Ideal Professionals video tutorials. Let's talk about utilities and special processes. Talk about company users and password, control user access level, backup and restore, internal accounting review. So create a new company. Let's say next. You now select the particular version. Is it complete? Is it premium? Is it construction, distribution, manufacturing, or non-profit accounting? Let's select premium. You see next. Name of our company. Let's say Tally Limited, Tally Nigeria Limited, and select business type, and enter the addresses, country, phone number, website. We can also edit this information after creating the company. See next. Select retail. You can also edit this set of accounts. See next, and finish. So it's now creating our company. This is our business status. Then, to create our company user and password, we come to maintain, users, setup, security. We now select new user. The first user is the administrator. And second thing we should note is the password and username is case sensitive. So make sure that it's telling me my cap lock is on. Having cap locks on may cause you to enter password incorrectly. So you make sure that you want to use cap lock for your password. You must make sure that when you are re-entering it, use cap lock because it's case sensitive. Another thing is you use letters and figures. So for my password, I can say using letters and pressing letters, then figures. So I can now click on, let me enter only letters now and say save. It's now telling me the password you enter does not meet the minimum complexity requirement. Enter another password that meets these guidelines. Must be at least 7 characters long, contain both alphabetic characters A to Z and numeral 0 to 9. I'll say OK. So I'll now include letters and figures. Now say save. So that's created my first user. To create, we can also edit, write, copy, delete, reset password options. Let's create new password. For who? Let's say accounting officer. Let me say accountant. Then the password also, off my cap lock. say what type of access does this user need? The administrator, full access, or select the access. Let me select the access now to see how to control user access level. Now click on next. For the business status, I may say no access. I'm now come to inventory. This is the work of the stock manager. I will say no access. Employee and payroll, I can also say no access. Banking, I will say no access. The full company, I also say no access. Then now let me come back to customer and sales. For customer information, full access, I have options. When I click on the drop down list, I can select no access, view only, add, edit. I can select view only. Customer credit card information, no access. Card beginning balances, view only. But for quote, sales order, I can leave it as full access. Maybe to post, to receive money, that's full access. So that's how to customize your, how to restrict access to, depending on the type of user you are creating. Also this, I can also select view only, then have full access to write check, method that purchases, receive inventory, credit memo. So this is how to customize user security and access control. So I'll click on save, and that's it. Accountant selected areas. So I can now close this. Anytime to reopen my company, let me click on close company. I haven't closed the company, and now I want to reopen it. So I need to enter my password, letter, and figure. I'll say okay. So we also have backup. To back up our company, we select backup, Control B. You can include the company name. You can also be reminded at least every 2 days. That is maximum, or after everyday transactions. You can also back up online. You can protect your data from PC, free online backup for 1 year. You can back up, it's going back to online backup, but for the manual backup, you can back up on the system or on an external hard disk. If I click on backup, I will now select. By default, it's now selecting my company name and today's date. So you select the date, the current date. Date is very important so that you'll be able to know the date you backed the backup covers. So that, because it's very important when you are restoring a backup to restore the latest backup. So when you click on save, it will back it up. And click on save. Now it's telling me this company backup required approximately 6.46 megabytes. I'll say okay. That's how to back up. Let me say cancel. After backing up, I also, in case I need to restore my information, I can just come to restore. Then I will now select the location of my backup. I select the location of my backup, then I'll click on open to back it up. But another important thing to note when restoring is that any transaction you have posted after the last backup will be wiped off. So what will be on the system will be the backup. For instance, if you are backing up, let's say you backed up last on the 5th of January, you have now posted new transactions till 10th of January, and the last backup was 5th of January. So if you are now restoring the backup of 5th of January as at 10th of January, it will wipe off all what you have posted between 6th and 10th of January. That's why it's very important to restore the latest backup if need be. That is in case you need it. That is maybe loss of data or any accident happened or the system crashed. You now need to back up. You now need to restore all your backups. So restore the latest backup. I just want to talk about the online backup. I can just come to file also, file menu, and select online backup. It's not telling me Sage has detected that you are using a version of Windows that offers enhanced user security. To install or use online backup, you must turn off user control account or run Sage as administrator. And I'll say OK. Online backup space available to you free for 1 year from product installation. So to start using your 100 megabytes of free online backup space, enter your email address and password. The email address you enter will only be used for registering an account and for notification regarding your online backup. So you can enter your email address and password. Minimum of 8 characters, must contain at least one number. Then now click on agree. So that's how to set up your free online backup. So in case anything affect the system or the external disk, you can always refer to your online backup and also restore online. So I can now cancel this. The next one to talk about is internal accounting review. After posting all our transactions, we need to review all our accounts. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go to report. From report, we will now select internal accounting review. This internal accounting review. You see the green mark. 10 of the checks are found no transactions. 5 of the checks need to be reviewed. So these are the red flag. Purchase or bill that do not credit an account payable. Make it to be larger. So have receipt or money received that does not debit a cash account. So you have to review all. To now see more, you can just double click on it. You now bring out the particular invoice we're talking about. So we can now check it out. Also select possible duplicate transaction of the same type. The duplication, you can just delete it. And this is done. Yes, it's a duplication. I'll say close. Select another one also, because they are similar, are being the same prices, one and the same date. Also, it's possible that it's a duplication. This automatically detects that this must be a duplication, so delete it. So select it, then we delete one, say yes, then we close. So we can always check other items, inventory items that default to duplicate general ledger account. These are with the green mark, that means okay, it's okay. The red mark, and we need to be reviewed, so on and so forth. In this tutorial, we talked about company users and password. We talked about controlled user access level. We talked about backup and restore. We also talked about internal accounting review. I hope this has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing.